can do this. Alright. So, what's the question? The question is, how do we make a world peaceful? Well, we look at societies where there was increased levels of trust, and that was a consequence of people not seducing one another's future husbands or wives, or seducing one another's sisters and daughters. So there's a real sense that people are oriented around the love frequency. They're in the love frequency. They're not in the fear frequency of even these quote-unquote alpha male characters like Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate. Even though I don't think they are, it's just that they have this perception of being because they are able to attract multiple women and interact with them, and have a glamorous the appearance of a glamorous lifestyle. First of all, it's important to realize, like, if you have a lot of money, the trick is to invest it and start like a business that you and all your family and friends can work at. The answer isn't what a lot of people do, which is think as fast as how they can spend it or show off how rich they are. And the way that you transcend that approach is by worshiping Goddess V. And the way you do that is by thinking about a woman's flowers, and by making it more important than like getting the newest car or having fancy things, because Goddess V is about having a sense of peace in your life, not necessarily an excitement. It's not the same excitement as you get from like physical intimacy, like intercourse. It's not that getting off kind of quiet desperation, that sexual tension, that urgency. No, it's like a delicate make-out session, like a French kissing session. Obviously, it's man giving his wife oral pleasure, and it's him getting oral pleasure. It's more important than intercourse. More, like I said, more important than getting off, because it makes it about the woman, and not to be confused with making it about her breasts and nipples. That's for children. And also anything that's large, it becomes a problem because it weighs you down. It's easier for cancer cells to grow in that. So you got to knead all of that. Just like it's really bad to have any fat at all, because the toxins and carcinogenic potential, it gets stored in the fat, and it looks terrible as it sags. So on the surface, it may look attractive, but the reality is, instead of looking at a woman and looking at her curves when you analyze her as a potential mate, well, here's the thing. There's two things. When you look at someone, are you looking at them because you want them to carry your child, right? Or are you looking at them because it's only like a sexual arousal thing? This is important to look at this differentiation, because if you're looking at them like a child, like if they would carry your child, then that means that you're looking at their strength, you're looking at their mind, not just their their superficial appearance, and how fit they are, and okay, let's see, focus. You're looking at you also should be looking at a woman, like when you look at her, you should be looking at her, like I said, it's not about the the curves per se. It's not about like even her facial appearance per se, like how, and that can be deceiving as well, because the face can look good, but then the rest of the body might not be, that might not be athletic or healthy. And so ultimately what you're looking at is, would you want to orally pleasure her? Like, you should be able to look at a woman and ascertain that. And some women who you think are otherwise attractive, you'll find that you don't want to give them oral sex. That's what you'll find. And so one of the ideas I've come up with recently is this idea of the sister. Now, the sister is someone who it's a spiritual sister. It's someone who you share a few key core values with, like someone who you'd be willing to commit to for life. And it's up to you what these values are. An example from me is things like not wanting to engage in premarital intimacy. That's one like necessary core value for me. If you're gonna be in my life, you've got to be committed to that. Now, a lot of people who are religious supposedly are like that, but I myself am alright, let's see if I can make this light. I think I got it, you fucking guys. Oh, come on. I win. Winner. Nice. So where are we? Yeah, like a sister, right? A sister is someone who, and it's the perfect transition, because if they're your sister, then you can rely on them, you can call them in an emergency, you can trust them for sharing advice, because you have this, like, there's no point in asking for advice or like confiding in someone if you don't have the same religion, because all they're going to essentially say is they're going to be affirming, like, well, do this religious practice. Like for me, it would be do the light work, or it would be worship Goddess V. And both gay men and women as well should in fact be worshiping Goddess V. Now, the way you do that is by, like, as women, you should be pleasuring yourself. You should be, not letting any man be around you unless he's willing to fully commit to you and worship you. And gay men can play a supporting role by making it about women, protecting women, treating women as sacred, and helping them on their journey to finding a loving husband. And here's a huge mistake that women will make, and that is that they'll say, they'll in their mind they'll think that just because a man is attracted to you, that and that he wants to have sex with you, that he would be willing to marry you, and it's completely opposite. If a man really likes you, then he would be willing to treat you as sacred and really care about you and you get the idea. There is one person watching. I hope you're well. I'm about to begin work, but this has been a good little live stream, right? We've had a good little session here. Ooh, yeah. Let's talk again soon. I'm gonna say aloha. Take care. Remember to do light work. So visualize a brilliant beam of light streaming down. You can imagine an orb of brilliant white light. Imagine the people smiling in your head. Imagine, whatever you need to imagine in order to gain that mental clarity. Okay, take care.